How the sound got its letter. It was night time in Alphabet Land. Hundreds of stars filled the dark sky above Alphabet Castle. Lucy and Sam should have been in bed, but they weren't. They couldn't sleep because they'd worked all day trying to find a shape for the sound, but had not managed it. They were up on the roof of the castle with the Alphabet King. He was showing them his amazing telescope. When they looked through the eyepiece, it made the stars look close enough to touch. "Wow," breathed Sam, as he looked at the brightness of the stars. "Look north," suggested the Alphabet King. "See if you can find the North Star. It's the brightest in the sky." "Oh, yes," said Sam, nodding. "There it is." When it was Lucy's turn to look through the telescope, she gasped. "Look, the stars are making a pattern." The Alphabet King looked through the telescope. "Well, I've never seen anything like that," he said, twitching his moustache. "Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 new stars, making a brand new pattern." "I think that looks like a good shape for a letter," said Lucy. "We do need a shape for the sound, but to make a new letter out of stars," exclaimed the Alphabet King, "that will never work. How will children manage to draw stars?" "We don't have to draw stars, just the shape the 9 new stars made, like a dot to dot." "All right, you've persuaded me," said the Alphabet King, and took out his blue pencil. "This letter will be called N," he announced. They went down the tower to the workroom, because it was too dark to see outside, and the king drew the new N letter into the book of letters. The children could hear the magic was starting. The book of letters glowed, then it began to rumble like thunder. Lucy held her breath. The rumbling grew louder as the Alphabet King wiggled his fingers over the book. "Capital letter now!" shouted the Alphabet King, clapping his hands. There in the book was the new blue consonant, but on the opposite page was a shape that didn't look anything like the little N. "Oh," said Lucy, "it's got an extra bit going up and down again." "I like the shape, it looks strong," said Sam. "I agree with you, Sam," said the Alphabet King. "We shall keep this letter as the capital N." Blunt was on duty on the castle battlements that night. He was bored. He had seen the Alphabet King take the children up to the telescope, so he thought he would go and see what they were looking at, as he'd never been allowed to use it before. When he looked through the telescope, Blunt saw the most incredible thing. There were wisps of green, blue, and yellow light spreading all over the sky. Blunt didn't know that it was the magical Northern Lights. He was just very scared. He turned to run away, tripped over, and fell on his nose. The royal painter worked until it was very late that night. The new painting of the castle had the N letters sitting on their red carpet in the living room, little N's head only just reaching the first floor, while the capital N went all the way to the roof. As the darkness turned to dawn the next morning, the painting came to life. This time the big news was the new N letter beginning his life in Alphabet Castle. From that night on, Blunt thought there was a monster in the sky at night, because he was too afraid he would get into trouble for being on the roof to ask the king about those strange lights.